And we're live.
Yes, we're live. So we'll just wait for a few minutes and few more minutes before we really start. No?
Mm.
Welcome, welcome. Hi, Versus. So
Hello,
welcome
Mav.
to my Real Estate Maven Online.
Hello, magandang umaga sa lahat. Good morning sa mga viewers natin. Oo.
Ayan. So sige, let's wait for more people, no? But this is a recorded naman, no? So other people can see this after. Yeah, so
Mm.
welcome again to my Real Estate Maven Online, where life, real estate, and economics made simple. Yeah, so we'll try to uh, explain things in a simpler way na maiintindihan ng marami ang
Mm.
mga ang buhay, ang real estate, at ang ekonomiya.
Mm.
Mamaya we will be hearing from a very um, credible person, no? Ang ating guest speaker. He will be sharing with us more about real estate.
Before we proceed further, bakit ho may real estate maven?
Good question. No? So while waiting, why real estate maven say, um, it is my vision that one day every family will say that my son, my daughter, my brother, my sister is my real estate maven. Now, maven, the word maven means expert or a go-to person. No? In simple words, for my real estate maven is that the one who will take charge of our family's real estate properties. Because this is, I believe, that together as a family, we can make things happen. Yun. So, that's why my real estate maven.
Mm. And ngayong umaga, yung mga topics, economics, real estate, tapos yung real estate investment, napaka-complex niya. And our goal for this session is to make it simple so
Mm.
that viewers can understand what's happening, especially during this pandemic. And balita ko, mamaya daw i-share din yung mga opportunities na nadala nitong pandemic.
Mm-mm. Later on, we will be sharing what are the opportunities during and beyond this pandemic. No? So, kasi minsan kapag nasa um, tunnel of darkness tayo, di ba? We don't see the light after the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel. So, we hope that we'll be able to give our real estate mavens, our viewers, the hope and the light beyond this pandemic. Um, Yon.
Mm-mm.
So, yon.
So,
So, antayin lang natin ang ating speaker. Maya-maya, nandito na siya sa atin. And he will be sharing, we will be learning more uh, with him. No? And also, um, I would like to invite them pala Persus, no, na they subscribe to our YouTube channel because we will
oo.
be uh, we will be sharing with them a lot, no, in our YouTube channel. We'll be looking forward to have our workshop, no, uh,
Mm.
sa YouTube channel to our YouTube subscribers, no.
Oo.
So we also divide.
Para sa mga updates tungkol sa topic na 'to, follow our Facebook page sa facebook.com, My Real Estate Maven. And para naman sa videos na mga katulad nito, delving into topics, especially real estate and economics, follow our YouTube channel sa My Real Estate Maven din. We also have the links in our comment section, so you can just follow those links.
Yan. So we divided our session this morning into three segments, di ba? So we'll have um, uh, the first segment is the life. The life, my real estate maven life's quote. Second segment is the real estate, where we will be hearing from our speaker, and then the last segment will be through about economics, diba? Big word.
Big word. Pero I believe na in this session, yung complex na topic such as economics can be broken down to simpler definition na easily can be understood by our audience.
I hope so. Ayan. Sige. So, we're live. Ang saya-saya.
So, we're waiting 3
Ayan. So, wait.
minutes.
3 minutes to really formally start our segment this morning. So, ikaw ba, Persus, what do you have questions in mind when it comes to your this time of pandemic, no? Ano bang mga questions mo?
Ano lang, anong gagawin ko? Yun yung ano eh, kasi hindi natin alam kung ano talaga yung mangyayari, 'di ba? Anong action plan o ano ba yung pwede kong magawa? Kasi alam ko yung gobyerno may mga programa silang mga nilaan para sa atin and paano ba as a citizen kung paano natin ma-take advantage yung mga programang yun.
Mm-mm. Yan. So, yan. So, si Dr. Sam is already here. Sandali ha. Lang ha. Ayun.
Hello, good morning,
Sir
Mavs.
Sam. Good
Good
Yes,
morning.
morning.
morning. Yes.
Ayan. So, ano muna tayo? Ayan. Relax muna tayo. We
Okay,
still have
okay.
1 minute to 2 minutes before we
Yes.
can start. Ayan
Oo.
siya. Sir Sam, congratulations to your anniversary. To the
Oo.
anniversary pala. Galing. So,
Oo.
yun. Thank you for,
Anong system to StreamYard? Iba to sa Zoom?
Yes po. StreamYard is basically a very ideal siya for streaming to different channels like YouTube, Facebook, sabay-sabay siya simultaneously. Pero you cannot have everyone in the room. So it's really designed it's really designed for stream yun
Live
pag
streaming, parang halimbawa,
live streaming. Oo.
itong
Pero
event na to, I shared it to the chat group natin sa mga paref. So, tanong nila how they can join. Ang sinabi ko, tignan nyo na lang yung link sa Facebook tsaka YouTube. It's live. Tama ba yun?
oo.
Yes.
Oo.
Okay.
Tama po, sir. Tama po.
So, they just
We
simply type yung FB na yon, yung FB na nasa poster.
oo. Oo. Ang maganda naman sa Zoom, pag sa Zoom naman is if you want to gather the people, 'di
Mm.
ba? Or want to gather the
Yung platform na ginamit naman ni na Randy, 'di ba sa kina Randy doon sa Wopfix nila iba naman yun. Nandun yung 3 or 5 speaker pero sa baba may parang naka-frame siya na sa baba nandun yung mga list of sponsors or companies. Para anong system yun?
I think ito yung sir, StreamYard din.
So
Actually,
you can design na sa baba yung parang sa itaas logo, sa baba yun
buti,
yung
buti ni-remind nyo ko, sir. Ito siya, oh. Ayan,
Ayun.
ayan. So, we can have something like this. Ayan. So, parang it's like,
Pa-shoutout daw po kay Miss Trevor Reyes. Nanonood siya ngayon ng live.
ayan, oo. So, yun.
pero
Ito yung,
pwede din siya yung parang steady lang siya na poster na parang backdrop sa baba.
pwede rin, sir. Oo, pwede rin, sir. Ayan. So,
Okay.
ayan. So, yan. Actually,
Okay.
we've it's already 10 o'clock, no,
Mhm.
first. So, siguro we can formally start, sir,
Yes.
no, while you're there,
Sure,
no.
sure.
Actually,
Mhm.
this is also my first time, Sir Sam, to use this,
Oh,
um, facility, di ba? So, ang
yes, yes.
saya-saya lang.
Oo.
Para to
Exploring lahat
really launch na,
possibility, eh.
oo, di
Kanina,
ba? So,
prior to this one, I attended 9 o'clock. We do ceremonial signing naman ng local board ko sa Cebu, Pareb Sereb, with a University of State in US. They provide the platform for education. So we gonna
wow.
launch it yung parang parang online education talaga if you take BSREM, MMREM, mga ganun. So it's
So
an
they
school.
will get it here from the Philippines, ganyan?
Yun
PH
kanina.
will be
Yun
the one. Mm.
the SaaS, the software is done in the US, been done and operated already for, it's an online school in US. And ngayon, the happen to be the president of that school, the owner of the technology is a brother of one of our Pareb Sereb member, which is committee
Galing.
naman ng education. So kanina, prior I enter here, 1 hour ago, nag-ceremonial signing through Zoom, through online. So
Wow,
yun,
that's
that's
the new
another
norm.
maganda naman, magandang technology yun. Imagine parang, like for example, if I go to enroll to a course, nandiyan ako to capture
Mm.
yung camera nakaano sa eyeball ko. Pag later on, if I move out, automatic mag-shutdown siya. So, check and balance that I really, ako talaga yung nag-attend, then, so naka-on yung camera, recognize.
Oo.
If hindi ko tatapusin, umalis ako, shutdown siya, back to start ulit siya.
Hmm.
Mm.
Pang estudyante
Sige,
talaga.
ang galing nun, sir. That's
Oo.
the beauty of this,
Oo.
one of the blessing of this pandemic, no? We can easily reach the world, no?
Mas
In
napagaan trabaho, honestly.
uh, so yun, time check, it's already 10
Hmm.
o'clock, 10:04 at my time. So we can formally start na, no,
Sure.
sir? Thank you. Anyway, so again, welcome to my Real Estate Maven online, no, where life, real estate, and economics made simple. So yun, so I'm Maves Angeles, and here's my co-host, Persus Luna.
Hi,
Welcome,
everyone.
Persus.
Hello, hello po sa
Ayan,
lahat.
ayan. So,
Mm.
ayan. And of course, with us is Sir Dr. Dr. Sam Lau. And so we will be moderating this topic, and we're excited to learn a lot about life, real estate, and economics. So we divided into three segments, no? Parang life, no? Where initially we'll be sharing this part of our mission to help build families real estate mavens, no? So, um, ayun, so siguro we can start, versus, no? Um, yung, why my real estate maven? I just want to share a little
Mm.
bit, Sir Sam, kung
Sure.
bakit, ano yung mission of behind this my real estate maven, para lang people will understand why real estate maven. It's because it's my vision to families will say na my son, my daughter, my sisters is my real estate maven, no? 'Di ba? Maven is an expert or a go-to person. But we define it here in simple words that maven, my real estate maven is the one who is in charge of our family's real estate mavens, no? We want to encourage people to be in charge, no, of your family's real estate maven, kasi para we have 'di ba, peace and love starts within the family, and we
Hmm.
all know that properties, 'di ba, one of the major things na pinag-aawayan dito sa mundo. So that's one of my mission. um Secondly, ayan, kaya so we'll start with our first segment, no, yung my real estate mavens life's quote, no, Persus. So basahin natin yung ating
My real estate famous life's quote, you did not choose your family, God choose them for you.
ayan. So any insights Persus on this
I think because together as a family we can make things better, and God choose our family for us kasi that's the perfect, I think that's the first, he sees it as a perfect combination. Oo. Yung mga
Mm.
yung mga good and bad natin nagko-complement sa isa't isa. That's how I understand it.
Ikaw, Sir Sam, you have, impromptu to, di ba?
Yes, yes, okay.
You have
Um,
your,
you did not
Nagulat
choose
ako.
your family. God chose them for you. If you
oh,
read the book of Purpose Driven Life by actually
Rick
nasa
Warren.
katabi ko lang, Dick Warren, katabi ko lang yung book eh. Kaya-
Wow.
okay, no? So if you read the book of Rick Warren, The Purpose Driven Life, tayo'y nandito sa earth at from the start God created a purpose for us already. So the purpose to become in real estate, the purpose to have your specific spouse, the purpose to have only one son, no? So he designed everything to us and he give us everything, whatever gift talent we has. And it that gift and talent, just like you have this talent of sharing to people and you don't perform and share it, babawiin ni Lord yan. So everything God's purpose lahat. So he designed everything.
Galing. So, yun. So, kaya naman si Sir Sam talaga is a real estate maven, no? So, he really live by it, no? Anyway, so that's our first segment, no, that
Mm-mm.
we wanted to share life, no? We wanted to share life, journey life together as a family, no? So, nakakalungkot kasi, Sir Sam, the past years that I've been in the industry, no, sa real estate, no, I've
Mm-mm.
seen family is nasisira because of the properties, no. So I think God planted that in my heart that you speak, no, to unite, no. We use the property to unite,
Mm-mm.
not to divide, diba?
Yes.
So because this is, hindi naman tayo pumili nito ng family natin. It was divinely appointed to us. So,
Mm-mm.
for whatever reasons that we cannot understand right now, um, surely we will be, um, there's a bigger
Mm.
reason for it. And that's why
Purpose.
one of our tagline nga here is that together as a family, we can make things happen. So anyway, so that's our first segment, no? So
Mm-mm.
my real estate maven's life quote that I hope, no, maraming may napulot ka agad sila. So first 10 minutes pa lang o wala pang 10 minutes, first 10 minutes pa lang of our time with you, Dr. Sam, ang dami na naming natutunan, 'di ba? So we're so excited na. Yeah. So first, do you have anything to add? So you're that we're okay, okay na.
We're okay.
Okay na. So let's go now to the second step, the real estate, no? So yung inaabangan ng lahat um, sa real estate segment. So we have so many questions, di ba? I'm sure, Sir Sam, the last 2 months na lockdown tayo, ang daming nagtatanong sa'yo. Ang daming,
Oo.
diba? So but
Sa mga
let me,
viewers pala natin Sa mga
mm,
viewers natin, kung may mga questions kayo tungkol sa topic natin sa real estate para kay Dr. Sam Lau or para kay Ma'am Mavs, just comment down your question and we'll try to answer them later.
the reason why we are live is we want to get live questions as well. But we have prepared
Yes.
questions ahead, no, na pwedeng na kailangan nasasagot, we try our best to sagutin in simple terms. So okay, so let me just formally share with you this before I'll introduce, I'll give you to Sir Sam. Ayan. So yan, so dali lang
So we're done with the online segments. Now we're
We're
moving
done
to
with the online session for the first 10 minutes, 'di
uh,
ba? At 'di ba, hindi ako marunong. Ayan. So, daddy na, ayan. So, ayan. So, ayan.
there.
Okay. Ayan. Ayan. So, am I sharing it na?
Yes, yes,
Ayan.
yes.
So, sabi mo nga, Sir Sam, 'di ba,
Mm-mm.
we have really different ways now of doing things, no? And so
Mm-mm.
now I think we also have a new normal to introduce our honorable speaker, 'di ba? So ano ko lang, tawag nito, I'm just so nakakatuwa lang na so this is now the new formal, o 'di ba? Si Sir Sam 'yan. So the new formal is the informal, no? The informal. So all of us are relaxed in our own home, no? But beyond this relaxation that we're doing is that Dr. Sam is the national president of PAREB, no? The Philippine
Wow.
Association of Real Estate Brokers, 'di ba? So he is really one of the people in the industry that I really look up to. Ilang years na nga tayo magkakilala, Dr. Saprang. We met at Platinum.
Platinum Club o Boss Sanchez. I think I've been with the club for 5 years, 4 or 5 years, something like that.
5 years na.
Mm.
So we and then you've been the president since last year. No, 1 year yung term, no. So and I
The I've been this year my national presidency is for year 2020. Yung 2018 yung nag-meet ulit tayo, I'm the chairman of the board at that time.
mm,
So I
ayun.
served the
So
national for 4 years. This is my fourth year. I started as national director 2016, as BP Visayas 2017, as chairman of the board on 2018, and nagpahinga tayo ng 1 year. Then I came back as national president this year.
Ayun. So,
Wow.
a heart of service talaga. Yun yung nakikita ko. Dr. Sam really have a heart of service. So, makikita din lahat yun ng mga members, no? And also, aside from that, no, aside from the service to the board, no, he's also a real estate investor. So, real estate investor, yun yung napakaganda kay Sir Sam, that he's really a man, a go-to person, a maven that you can really ask real estate questions to him, no, because he's been doing it the past years, no. Kung ako, I've been doing it since I was 22, parang I've been more than 15 years, no, in the business. Pero Sir Sam, mas malaki yung kanyang experience sa business ito. So I believe marami tayong matututunan sa kanya. So yun. So let's throw up, sir. You want to say something first before we throw up the first question?
Okay na, okay na.
Ayan. So,
Okay.
I'd like to ask pala muna, sir, any real estate investment story that prior to pandemic that you'd like to share? Yan.
Well, when I start my real estate career 10 years ago, I'm really prior to real estate, I'm really into business, traditional businessman. Then, so when I bumped real estate by accident, one of our city councilor introduced me na, Sam, tulungan mo ako magbenta nung lot na sinubdivide ko. I cannot say no, so tinulungan ko siya with my network of, kasi nasa direct selling din ako at that time sa Amway. Nakita ko in 2 months time na, wow, may pera pala sa real estate. So it opened my eyes na I'm doing my insurance business, I'm doing my direct selling business. If I change the product, it's the same thing, selling pa rin, but I'm properly compensated. So it changed my mind. Then from there move onward, I studied properly, benchmark top 5 realty firm, and nag-focus muna ako ng project selling. So, I specialize condominium selling. Then, from the condominium, yung kita ko, hindi ko, kasi meron naman akong traditional business, subsidize yung basic needs ko monthly. So, lahat ng kita ko sa real estate, flow in ko sa property investment. So, on my first
Wow.
5 years, umabot din ng 20 plus yung property apartment investment natin. I'm into buy and sell. So, since nasa pre-selling tayo, nasa project selling, so I buy it very, very low during pre-selling kasi as a broker, tayo yung nauuna na nakakuha ng information from developers. So, from the introductory stage pa lang, binili ko na yung mga property, lock it up. Alam naman natin from pre-selling to development stage prior to turnover, the price goes up, schedule goes up. I call it real estate development banking. You bank into the scheduled price increase of the developer during development 20 to 30% growth. So, but the equity you are paying is only 20% spread out also during development stage. So, kasabay lang siya sa chart going up. So, prior to turnover, ang ginawa-gawa ko at that time, uso pa, ni-resell ko yung property. So, I resell prior to turnover. So, if I invested pa 10%, then yung property price nag-shoot up na ng 15%, kahit 10% lang, 10% to 10%, that's 100% growth already. So, yung kita ko doon, pini-up ko sa ibang units. So, I have, out of 20 plus, I have 4 to 5 units na zero liability na from the profit of those other property na ginawa nating buy and sell. So, those are my
Sir,
mga
maganda doon sa ginawa.
level, entry level ko.
So maganda doon sa ginawa niyo, sir, no? You started as a project selling, you get a lot of
Mm.
information, and then yung aside from that, no, hindi lang kayo nag-focus sa project selling. Aside from that, you also have your own traditional business. So in parallel, you do it ganun talaga ang Pinoy, 'di ba? So
Mm.
hindi pwedeng ito lang yung gagawin mo. Kailangan sabayan, parang lahat ng ways para kumita gawin natin, 'di ba? And ang maganda rin sa ginawa nyo, the experience that you have is that you also had build and sell projects of properties, 'di ba? And then yung kita nyo, pinangbibili nyo ulit na another property, no? So nagbi-build up siya over time. So parang nakaabot kayo 45 units, 'di ba? Tama ba?
20
Ayan.
plus
So ang
lang,
ganda.
25 units. Mga,
20
let's
plus
say,
units.
ang style ko kasi, let's say, itong XYZ project na to, magfo-focus ako with my team. So prior to launching, kukuha na ako. Ako mismo buyer din. So I'll get first the prime units, the corner, yung mga magaganda. Siguro there's one time one project in Cebu that I get 6 units. So but in a 6 months time naibenta ko na yung tatlo. After hanggang na bago nag-turnover, nag-retain nila ako ng dalawa. So, but yung dalawa, yung equity ko, pay off na from my profit. And then, the balance, 80% leverage to the bank. Then, pag naparent mo naman ng maayos, it's subsidized by your rental revenue. So, we call it parang financial engineering lang. As long as focus ka lang, if that is your project, focus ka din. Kasi kung kuha ka lang ng kuha, hindi mo naman trabahoin, maliban if you have other business that pay off that investment. But ang style ko kasi, I career this project, kukuha ko, bibenta ko din itong project na to para yung commission ko kayang i-pay off yung investment ko naman doon. So, yun yung parang focus ko at that time.
So, bibili kayo, tapos focus nyo yung project, and then making sure na yung commissions will be able to pay off
Flow
kung
back ko
bibili.
doon. Yeah. So, I'm more motivated to sell because I have my goal to pay off my investment.
So sisipagin talaga kayo kasi may babayaran kayo.
That's my way. Style ko yan na I need I put a little pressure to myself na may babayaran ako kaya I need to work.
Tama. Na-pressure ka na ba, Persus, to do a lot of things? So, ayan.
Yan na, meron
So,
na
yun,
meron na rin mga tanong na pumapasok. Oo, mamaya.
Mamaya,
Share natin.
piliin natin yung mga tanong na yan. Anyway, so, ayun, with that, no, so nakita natin that, Dr. Sam really had that wide experience when it comes to different aspects of real estate activities, no, like brokering, diba, project selling, building and selling properties, no. So, yan. With that, Sir Sam, no, let's throw up I'm sure maraming mga questions in mind ang ating mga real estate mavens and real estate investors, and for those people or parents, families who are watching there na who have their properties right now, no, may mga binili silang mga properties, no, so focus natin sila ngayon. So let's throw out the first question. The first question ay paano nga ba? Ayan, yan ang first question. Nakikita ba?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
What will I
Ayan, oo.
do with my real estate investment during pandemic? Mm.
Ayan.
So,
Ah,
sagutin ko na ba? Okay.
sige sir, sagutin na
Yeah.
natin
Yes,
kasi
So
sagutin
what
mo.
will I
madami
do
tayong
with my real estate investment during pandemic? Okay. So let's go back first to what is your objectives of that property. Kasi sa ngayon, medyo nag-shift, nag-iba yung market, no? If prior to pandemic, COVID time, it's a seller's market, so you can demand higher price. But sa ngayon, for the next 3 months and 6 months, it reverse, it's a buyer's market. So, mahirap mag-demand ng higher price ngayon. In fact, in the market for the last 6 weeks ng mga for sale by owner, medyo nag-adjust na nga yung mga price. Yung dating isang house and lot in one subdivision na selling 11 million, binaba na niya ng 8.5. In average, 10 to 20% price adjustment lower ngayon ang mga seller. So, if you can hold on with your property, if you don't really need a liquidity now, don't sell your property this time. Just hold on muna because property naman never lost. It's a solid asset, no? Price only adjust go down. If you are worried na kung hindi ko ibenta ngayon, baka lalo pang bababa yung presyo, no? There's a lot of cases already in crisis, even in yung tsunami sa Thailand. From the fair market value, the price goes down to negative 30%. Pero moving forward, no, nag-stabilize na, bumalik siya sa normal market price value, nag-shoot up pa siya even double, 50% more. That's the story ba yun? Thailand ba yun? Or Indonesia ba yun yung tsunami? Heavy tsunami. So, even in our history of crisis, so if you can hold on, you don't need, maliban if you need an emergency fund, that's no excuse. Your purpose is you need emergency fund for some health purposes. Okay, ang asset pa ang bahay mo 'pag naghahanap ng pera, mura 'yan. But if you can hold out it now and maybe if you want some liquidity, just to lease it out muna, pa-rent mo na lang muna, just find more time 'pag nag-normalize na yung economy natin. Let's say wala na tayo sa even yung tinatawag na general community quarantine, 'pag nalusutan na natin 'yon. Okay? So that's the time siguro abangan. Maybe not for this year. If you can hold out not to sell this year. But again, if your purpose is liquidity, you have some financial needs, that's another story.
agree. I agree, no? So, kung hindi naman nila kailangan ibenta,
Mm,
ibenta. But of course,
okay.
they have to check in. Tama yung sabi niyo, Sir Sam, no? They have to check in their liquidity for the year, no? Especially now. Sabi niyo nga, nababago na yung market and we also have to look at our emergency funds na tinatawag, di
Mm,
ba? Ang
mm,
sabi nga ni Dr. Larry, di ba, sa Sir Larry Gamboa, one of his questions to us in our
mm,
table topic session is that what is your burn rate, no? So this time siguro we have to check in how the emergency funds or the burn rate, how long we can last if pandemic still goes longer, 'di ba? So yun doon natin i-check yung liquidity natin. So but if our liquidity is still okay, no? Sabi mo nga, we have to let's just hold on to our property kasi otherwise it will be bought by investors at a
mm.
very ano,
Meron akong
tatawaran.
i-add something, okay? So,
Sige.
yung advice na yun yung para sa mga hindi investment savvy, yung mga typical property owners lang. But I have a client also na they unload some of their property now because they want more liquidity, because they want to take opportunity with cash now, liquidity, to buy distressed property. Okay? They unload their property now kahit mag-negative 10 sila on their actual pricing because they're an investment savvy. They want to use that liquidity to buy another distressed property, use it as an equity, and ride on to the good bank rate nowadays during crisis. Okay, so but if you are maliban if you are in that industry talaga, real estate investment, sabi ka, no? So, and you have a team na nag-spot ng mga ganyang opportunity. But like for example, some of the billionaires in the Ford, nag-unload din sila ng mga stocks ngayon. Why? Because during the crisis, if you have cash is king. You can buy a lot of opportunity also. So again, ibang angle na naman nito, no? The objectives, what's your purpose naman of unloading your property? Like one of my property na supposed to be tatayuan ko siya ng dormitory or ganun-ganon. At nakita ko yung location niya, 1 to 10, I cannot say nasa 6 lang. Kasi yung community niya a little bit parang may kunting informal settlers. But with this crisis, if I have a buyer and that buyer, I put a fresh price. I don't expect to have a good price, but I have a let go price. I can sell it if they go in my let go price because I saw a lot of distressed property now where I can ship my project in the better location. Then I can buy it a better price pa rin. So as long mabenta ko siya kasi meron akong mabiling alternative.
Mm. Maganda yun, sir. Very, very good idea for everyone. No? They will sell their property because they want to use it for another property investment. No? Yung, kasi number one, pwedeng mas maganda yung location ng property or financial wise, no? It will have give them greater returns, no, in the
Yes.
future. So, this is for our real estate savvy person, no, yung mga uh, tawag dito, who wanted to shift, no, parang i-shift lang nila to another
Yes.
property that will give them higher returns.
Mm-mm.
Ayan. So, galing, ang ganda. Ang ganda nun, sir. So, yon. So, meron pa kayong gustong i-add on that?
Wala, yun naman.
And as a question.
Yun
So, ang
naman.
galing. So, to cap it up, no, so for real for families, no, number one, let's nakita natin yan, let's hold on, let's check your liquidity, no, let's check your liquidity, and then if it is needed, sell the property. If not naman, no, just hold on to it, no, kasi sabi nga ni Sir Sam, no, which is hindi naman yan it's a very hindi mag-change in value, no, it will increase its value over time, no. So let's go back to the purpose of that property in the first place when we bought it, diba? So
yeah, siguro may naisip ako, I will add something, no. It's actual experience ito. Okay, property is just an asset, it's just a material things. Okay, don't fall in love with that even though that is your personal dwelling. Kung if emergency life threatening, kailangan mong gastusan yung hospitals, and then sabihin natin yung property value mo is, let's say, common average people, they have a property value of house and lot na sariling dwelling nila, 2 million ang market value. And then meron silang binabayaran, let's say nagkasakit ngayon during COVID time, 500,000. Kung mangungutang sila, they pawn the property collateral. With this COVID time na mahirap ang hanap buhay, baka kakainin ka lang sa interest. Later on, ma-foreclose pa yung property mo. So, sometimes wise is really to unload that kahit a bargain of minus 10% or 20%. What's important, you don't have a financial liability na bayaran mo yung utang mo, mag-adjust ka muna in an apartment wise, then yung extra money, ikot mo ulit. Kasi material thing bahay, it's a material thing. You lose bahay, you can recover it again. Pag before I lost already a property, but I recovered 10 more property. Okay?
wow.
That's traditional. That's my during my 20s life, I'm more into traditional business, food business. Sa kaka-expand ko ng negosyo, kala ko I need only additional capital, so I collateral the asset that being inherited from my mother, parents. So later on expand to the extent na nalugi ako sa expansion ko because mismanage yung all fast food business. So I think akala ko kaya ko pa, so I borrowed money from 5-6, I borrowed money from the bank, I borrowed money hanggang to the extent stress life na foreclose yung property. So yun, it's not worth it to stress so much on the assets, no? So when I let go everything and go back to basic, simplify life, and slowly I bounce back, and happy to say that I lost one property, but I have more than 10 properties now. So
Wow.
ganun lang ang buhay.
Mm, mm, mm. So yun, we no, we don't attach ourselves to properties, 'di ba, sir? 'Di ba?
Yes.
It's for us, it's an instrument, no? It's an
Yes.
instrument for us to do
Mm,
greater things, no? So
mm,
ang ganda na namin. So pag may nawalang isa, no, may babalik na
mm.
sa inyo 10 ang bumalik. Wow, that's
Yes.
1,000
According to Ramon Ang, wag
Oo.
muna tayo mag-focus on profit ngayon kahit malugi tayo. What's important, we survive. Sabi nga ni Jack Ma, nag-survive lang tayo this time, panalo ka na. That's your net profit compared sa mga hindi nag-survive. Yung mga nagkasakit na kasi gusto nga nilang yumaman, kumita, so aggressively going out,
Mm,
violating the social distancing, tuloy-tuloy nahawa, nagkasakit. So yung perang nakita, tuloy-tuloy nandun lang sa gamot. What
mm,
if hindi na gamot, di gumaling, patay ka na. So again, the focus here this year is more on survival. Ano lang muna, that's
mm.
your greatest net profit already for the year during GCQ.
Agree, agree. Tama kayo do'n, Sir Sam, 'no, na ano, that purpose of the year is survival, 'no, life's essentials, 'di ba? Kaya nga
Mm.
yung mga pinapayagan lang ngayon mga essentials, 'no.
Mm.
I just realized, 'no, mula nung nag-ECQ, hindi talaga ako lumabas. Di ba, para 'yan. So, but of course, we still have to get out of our comfort zone and do these things to share whatever we have, the
Uh,
knowledge,
uh,
learnings. Anyway, so I think napakaganda ng sinasabi nyo at nai-inspire ang ating mga viewers, no? The purpose naman is, let's Persus, no? I'll add Persus now. So let's read. May question dito. Can you read the question? Okay lang,
Oo.
ano?
Yung unang question nasagot na rin ng isang viewer natin. Tapos ito, ayan, due to social distancing setup, do you think condo selling will be affected most since the market changed their behavior and more concern for spaces and distancing? And in reverse, do you think the horizontal project will benefit from this new normal? From J.R. Padilla.
well, GR condominium selling, okay, sabihin natin na even the developer, yung ano na lang ha, approach ng developer na nag-o-offer na sila ngayon ng huge discount, alam natin affected talaga na ang market nila. There are even developer nagbibigay na rin ng double commission to the brokers. May isang developer nagbigay pa ng times 4 commission to the brokers para ma-market lang. So,
Wow!
times 4 commission, that's 20%, and then a discount of 10% on the TCP, that's 30%
Wow!
negative on the TCP. So, talagang challenging, no? And from some insiders, alam natin na mga target ng mga condominiums ngayon, mga OFW, mga average SME, yung mga nag-ano, sila ngayon lahat. At may mga banks network tayo na medyo alam nila na 20 to 30% na rin medyo affected na yung mga amortization. They take advantage on those Bayanihan Act na hindi mo na magbayad. But the problem is, if I lose, I myself, I'm an investor. If sometimes, hindi pa nga COVID ha, sometimes if I see that investment, I invested already 4 months, then I saw another investment na kahit matalo ako dito sa 4 months, mabawi ko naman sa investment na to. I let go that one. It's all money, no? Money games. Ito naman ngayon, the investors now, the buyers now, if they're into investors, uh, rentals is a little bit slowing down. Hindi pa natin alam because people still adjusting. Puro pa tayo nagmo-monitor on screen. Ano ba yung guidelines, etc., etc. So, but maybe you can pivot muna on the, so horizontal, is it good business? Okay, sabi ng mga developers and with some experts on our mga webinar sharings, Number one is yung mga socialized housing and economic housing, still lower economic and socialized housing, yung mga 1.5 million going down na ang buyer are average income earner, then combined income, nagmamonthly amortize lang sila ng 5,000 or less. So, yun tuloy-tuloy pa rin yun kasi yun ay mga buyer is personal user talaga. Okay, and nandyan naman yung ready market pa rin dyan. Then yun nga lang, so if you're really into condominium selling ngayon, be more creative ka lang talaga kasi medyo sabihin ko on me as a practitioner, personal opinion ko lang ngayon, 50% is affected. Pero kung yung 50% naman ng mga seller mag mag-pivot ng another profession, so yung nawalan ka din ng 50% competitor, so back to 100% ka din. So ganun lang tayo, no? Just have a positive mind, move forward, tuloy pa rin ang laban, and just you prepare for the worst, but you continue to work forward. Kasi pag nag-deliver more, bonus mo na yon.
Galing,
Grabe,
oo. I think
napaka-valuable.
very well said and answered naman, oh. So,
Mm.
um, and remember, if I may just add, no, this pandemic is temporary, no?
Mm.
So, um, though we will have the new normal, 'di ba? We still see again the light after this darkness of the tunnel. So, it's a temporary. They condominiums
I
and
can add siguro something good tips para paano siya bumenta. Okay, I did these things. There are when we are connected with Mega World, meron kaming mga institutional investors na buying by bulk. Okay? So if you focus dito sa mga target market natin ng mga middle class SME, medyo affected ngayon kasi nag-a-adjust pa rin sila ngayon with some closure of businesses, the new normal, hindi pa masyado 50% operational pa. But again, as I told you, the savvy investors, merong mga pera yan. Okay? So if you refocus your marketing to the savvy investors, of course, if I am a savvy investor, I know it, I'm buying it below market value ngayon, and I have money sleeping in the bank earning only in an average of time deposit 1.22% or in a stocks or bond for 5 to 6%. But sa ngayon, binigyan ako ng 30% discount from the market value.
buy.
30% buy it, di ba? And then later on, so meaning if you can repackage your selling pitch ba na
Correct.
for the you focus on the investor, sabihin natin yung COVID, let's put it 2 years,
Mm.
mag-bounce na yung market. Let's put it 3 years, mag-bounce na yung market. Okay, if your money is sleeping in the bank now, 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, earning only, let's say na lang, 5% per year. So that's only 15%. Kung nasa ban yan, what is 15% in 3 years? Eh, dito, I'm giving you already 30%. If baka makapag-negotiate ka pa ng more, if more ang bibilhin mo, you can get very good price. Di ba, in the investment of property, you make profit from the time you buy. So if I can hold that property, and then for the meantime, palis ko muna, daming mga distress ngayon, no? I can, mga RFO, may mga RFO ngayon, ang mga developer, I can buy good discounted na, I can even leverage with a smaller rate from the bank, palis ko muna,
Correct.
3 years after, pretty sure price bounce back and I let go. Yun lang yun.
Yes.
So, you shift
Napaka
your market to the investors.
galing. Galing, no? Napakaganda nun. So, I think, JR, no, very well answered yung question mo, di ba? To refocus to real estate investors, no? Because right now, these investors are really into the lookout. What are the properties that they can buy at a very bargain sale, no? If the stock market is at bargain, investors are really looking at bargain prices, no? What are the bargain prices? At the very least yan sir 30%, no? Pero kung merong 40-50%, 'di ba? So very quick ang decision making niyan during this time, no? Ayan, nagbibigay na ako ng nagbibigay na tayo ng snippets ng mga opportunities. Yun. Anyway, so sige, before we move, we're already running at 50 minutes, so we wanted to make this ano lang sana in the next 60 minutes or ayan. So, thank you Sir Sam no. So before we move on to the second question, to answer no, Persus, you have something to say?
Nasa 23 na yung viewers natin, and for those of you
Persus,
na
nawala.
hello, hello, hello,
Yes.
hello,
Oo, yeah.
okay.
Oo.
Yun, nasa
Yes,
23
we can
na.
hear you.
More than 20 na yung viewers natin. And for those naman na mga viewers natin na
Wow.
gustong mapanood pa ito or yung makakita ng mga ganitong content, just follow our Facebook page, facebook.com/My Real Estate Maven. Also, sa YouTube natin, i-upload din to, My Real Estate Maven. Okay,
So,
next
ayan.
question.
Ulitin natin, no, ang goal natin is really to give a very valuable content and very informative content to our My Real Estate Maven so that everyone can take charge of their real estate properties. No? Ayan. So, my next question tayo. Siguro this will be the last question, sir, para we can move on on our economics, no? For the
Yeah.
next 10 minutes na. So, what's our next question, Persus? To Sir Sam? Comments. Ayan. Nawala na.
Uh,
What's our next question?
okay. How will COVID-19 affect commercial rental and prices? What types of property are profitable during this crisis?
Again, how will COVID-19 affect commercial rental and prices? What types of property are profitable during this crisis? Okay, let's discuss first commercial rental and places. So, okay, as sa dami ng mga adjustment natin ngayon, of course, during GCQ affected talaga because just like myself, my wife ran a cafeteria or canteen in the university area. The rental, commercial rental, it's not joke, 87,000 per month. Rent alone, plus the manpower, operational expenses, electricity. But our market is dependent on the university and on the shopping mall. But with the GCQ, until walang gamot vaccine for COVID, which we expect to come earliest next year, early part pa ng next year. So affected yung operation ng school, affected yung operation ng mall, affected ang market ng commercial ng wife ko. So even two of us, we need to make a big decision to continue or not to continue that business alone because we are not here to do business for charity. Business is to profit. Okay. Now, if you are a landowner of that, you also have this big question. Are you willing to adjust to your loyal tenants for the last, let me say, I've been a tenant for that big commercial property for 15, 20 years. But with this crisis, it's really a game changer, no? Na to daming mga SME na talagang they need to decide to close or not to close. I even have colleagues in my Chamber of Commerce in Cebu na they decide to close. Even in the US, if you Google, there's a lot already company filed bankruptcy, no? So, commercial landlord affected sila. And then, let's say nag-close na wala yung tenant nila ngayon. If, of course, commercial property, madali, meron ding papalit. Pero, the rental rate ngayon, you cannot have the rental rate prior to COVID time, no, na medyo mahal. You need to adjust din ngayon because 50% of our businesses now is affected in terms of the number, the mobilities of their potential buyer. Tignan mo yung guidelines ng GCQ. Karamihan dyan, social distancing. So, meaning, like me, I am operating transportation. So, half of the like ako, nagpaparent ako sa transportation ko. But syempre yung mga driver ko na Masada, I will adjust my lease per day to a little bit 40% lower because they cannot have 100% occupancy because the guidelines, you need only to have passenger 50% of your normal occupancy. The same thing with any commercial businesses. You're in the shopping mall, affected yung pasok ng mga customers kasi may mga social distancing, etc. So, commercial really affected, no? So, the price going down. But again, this is all temporary. But of course, if you want to reinvest, you have extra money now. Again, the good thing real estate during crisis is an opportunity to buy real estate. Okay, so if you want to invest in commercial property, there's a lot of distressed seller now. Pag-hold ka lang, may mga talagang commercial property. It's right time to buy also commercial property na yon. Basta magaling ka lang mag-spot ng opportunity to buy. Other thing also to invest, karamihan ng mga client ko ngayon is into agriculture, farmland. So, yun din ang hinahanap ng iba ngayon. Okay, so again, if you're a savvy investors or you look for a broker, licensed broker, we in our organization, PAREB, wherever you are, we have 70 chapter nationwide. We can contact us, we can refer you to a licensed broker. That's our job to guide you. And don't worry, we don't charge you. It is the seller who pay our service, okay? So, and we don't also practice overprice. It's fixed on our rate, is fixed 5% on the transacted price. So, we do service on you to help you achieve your objectives, and we look a good seller for you to achieve your objectives. So, yun lang, no? In every crisis, there's an opportunity. If you have extra money, I advise you, spot an opportunity, buy property now. For sure, 2 years from now, it will really, really bounce back.
Ayun, so Ryan, 'di ba? Very well answered ang iyong question. I hope no na answer niya. And if I may just add no Sir Sam no for
Mm.
commercial properties. Just right now, of course lahat talaga sarado mga commercial establishments no. But I heard in one of the talks of Sir David Lee no one sabi niya BPO companies here in the we will be having more BPO companies dito sa Philippines, and especially the CBDs here in BGCs and other CBDs in the Philippines like in Cebu, yan sa inyo sa
Mm.
Cebu, diba? They will be coming in talaga after this ECQ GCQ by September towards the end of the year. So there's opportunity in that na these commercial spaces will be leased out again, no? Ayan, so yun yung mga opportunities natin. And of course, because this is a pandemic, so it's a global crisis, Western countries are really wanting to move out of their offices, diba, to cheaper cost of business, no, which is of course tayo yon, one of the best tayo to start to for them to start again their
Mm.
offices, di ba? So yun, so may opportunities pa rin, no.
Yeah.
Ano lang to, magaling naman tayo mga Pilipino di ba, na to yung ang tawag ito, yung kawayan na yung ano ang tawag doon, yung bumabak ano lang, nagsusway lang tayo into the to this pandemic, but we will still do. Anyway, so yan, so napakaganda so ng naging topic questions natin, no. At actually, we want to really keep you, Sir Sam, napakarami kong natututunan personally, and lahat ng viewers and all yung mga makikinig pa in the future. And ayun, I hope this will not be the last, no. And marami pang questions, but I think we'll just keep it short, and I will answer questions in the future, no, in the next session siguro. So at this point in time, we'll close the real estate segment session of this online. So we'd like to really thank you, Sir Sam, for that
Thank you,
valuable
thank you.
information.
Thank
I'm
you.
so blessed and honored to have you. No? And I really believe in you. I really believe in your leadership sa PAREB. No? Napakabuti ng puso. I really admire your service. No? Kaya you're one of the first persons na I wanted to interview here in my actually launching, no? When you're launching ng ating do this twice a week for this pandemic time, for this ECQGC twice a week, no? So today is Thursday. By Monday, I will be interviewing naman Sir Eden and Sir Larry Gamboa. So,
Mhm.
people really that I look up to also in this industry. Ayan. So,
Okay.
ayan. So, let's move on to our third segment on the last 10 minutes of this topic.
Okay.
You
Okay.
offline na, Sir Sam. Thank you so
Sige,
much.
allow
And
me to
you have
explain.
any last words?
Um,
Nawawala ako dahil.
okay. Last word is ganun lang, no? Itong crisis temporary lang ito. Okay? So this God always have a bigger purpose why he did this crisis. This is part of the act of a person or human being. But again, nandito siya not really to punish us but to correct our mistakes and it will just bounce back. Okay, so everything is temporary. So in every crisis in Chinese word, there's also opportunity. If you're into real estate, just seek an advice of a licensed broker. Then always ask po sa PRC ID kung totoong broker kausap nyo. Kasi ang totoong broker, may integrity by dignidad po, tutulungan talaga kayo. They will not take advantage to you. They will serve you. Malalaman nyo din yan, okay? So, if you need help, contact our organization, Parad, and we have chapter nationwide to help you. Thank you po.
We will
Thank
post
you.
your contact details, sir.
Uh,
You want to say your contact details kayo para we can
okay,
um,
so, okay, you can contact me. My cell phone number, 0917-323-6123. Again, 0917
323.
323-6123. Okay, for those also non-practicing licensed agents or broker, if you want to legalize your practice, contact us so we can endorse you to our nearest local board chapter para naman magiging professional, maging licensed legal yung practice nyo po. Mahirap na po mahuli tayo. Okay? And we have program to train and guide you. Thank you po.
Yes. Yan. Thank you again. So again, his contact number. So ayan, Sir Sam ha, maraming
Yes.
tatawag sa'yo.
Thank you.
0917-323-6123.
6123.
Ayan. So
Mm.
if you really need guidance in your brokering practice or any real estate questions, any real estate service that you wanted to have, Dr. Sam is there, no? Ayan. So thank you
Thank
again, Sir
you.
Sam. So
Thank
we'll
you.
move forward. Ayan. So
So,
ayun.
Yun, tapos
So,
na.
napakaganda ng naging topic natin. Are you blessed, Persus?
Yes,
Marami ka
yes, so
natutunan.
much. Ang dami kong
Ayan.
natutunan.
Parang ayoko na ngang ituloy sa susunod na session,
Ah,
pero let's stick to our plan. Let's stick to our program, 'di ba? So, let's give value to our viewers, 'di ba? So, um,
yung
let's
next question medyo mabigat pero buti na lang
ano ba
meron
yung next question?
tayong yung
Ayos.
what is the current position of the Philippine economy? Buti na lang meron tayong ekonomista na sasagot na real estate investor din, na graduate din ng MBA, pati ng at kumukuha ng strategic business and economics ngayon.
Ito ba ang question na yan?
Ayan na, medyo nosebleed 'to.
Magno-nosebleed na ako, my gosh. 'Di ba? So, hindi naman ako ang sasagot niyan. May sasagot niyan mas may kredibilidad, no? Susundutan lang natin, no? At sinagot na 'yan ng ating NEDA secretary, di ba? So, sabi ng ating NEDA secretary, acting secretary, Carl Kendrick Chua, sabi niya, despite these challenges, we are all positioned to recover strongly because of our country's solid macroeconomic and fiscal management. Yan. Medyo nosebleed, pero I'll try to support his statement naman. Yan. So, okay na ba? Sagutin ko na. Tuloy na natin, no? Because we
Oo,
only have the last 10 minutes of our time, no? So, we wanna really have to wanted to make it short, diba? So, after real estate, very focused topic, no? We wanted to look at naman ngayon, diba? So, what's happening to our country, no? Sa Philippine economy natin, no? You've been hearing GDP, debt to GDP ratio, fiscal policy, monetary policy. So, Mavs, ang nose bid naman yan, di ba? Anong kinalaman yan sa akin? Di ba? Well, malaki po ang kinalaman nito sa inyo, but let me share this with you, no? Now, why did Secretary uh,
Kalchua.
Paul Chua said that we are in a better position to really move forward to this pandemic. And some said that they are preparing for a V-shaped recovery of our economy, meaning magda-drop siya and then pataas. Pag-drop niya, tataas na ulit yung ating economy. So let's look at it this way, no? When we say Philippine macroeconomics, you think local. Ano ba yung income? Ano ba yung nangyayari sa buong Pilipinas, no? It's the macroeconomics, di ba? So, may value yan, may measure yan. And we use the measure of GDP, the gross domestic product, no? In layman's term, in short, versus, no, it's just the local income. Ano ba yung income ng ekonomiya natin? Nangyayari na gawa dito sa Pilipinas, made in the Philippines, no? And that is, sabi nga, from the recent reports, no, we've shrink or slow down tayo by 0.2%. No? But the past years, no, we've been going by 5 to 6%. But today, because of the pandemic, where we contract by 0.2%, no, which is normal. Parang is a normal reaction kasi nga close yung mga establishment, no. But the way to look at this is that we have to look, ano ba yung before COVID? Ano ba tayo? What's our growth, no? Again, it's 5 to 6% per year growth of our income, no? So, ano yung compose, malaking composition nitong income nito, di ba? Ito na, kasama ka na dito versus because 70% of the consumption of our income is consumption. 70% of the income of the entire Philippines is consumption, di ba? Of goods and services. So ito yung largest source ng income natin. Kaya naman, I really advocate to think local, to buy local, no? Tangkilikin natin ang
Sariling
sariling
atin.
diba? So, marami nang nag-a-advocate niyan, pero this is now really the time to do it. To buy products in your kapitbahay. To buy products made in the Philippines, no? To invest in the Philippines. So, yung mga nag-i-invest outside of the Philippines, so, dito nyo muna yan dalhin, no? Na nag-i-invite nga tayo ng foreign direct investments. Dito nyo muna yan dalhin. Because that alone, that action and mentality alone will help our economy reboot and recover faster than we can imagine. No? So we have to really have that mindset of bayanihan to help one another by actually spending inside the country. No? Ikaw versus, no? Wag muna yung mga imported sa bilhin natin, di ba? Local muna tayo, di ba? So, yun. So that's the message that I'd like to share in that portion, no. And how our economy will also recover is that we have that ano yung Mabs, ano yung tanong mo, yung debt to GDP, ang no speed naman yan, no. Credit confidence natin yan, no. International markets or other countries, we were rated have our very good ano nga tawag so, we have a very good credit standing or the confidence of our other countries to us is high. We are rated BBB. We are rated BBB plus. No, meaning we are just one notch below the A rating, di ba? In short,
Malaki ang
para lang
tiwala sa atin.
malaking tiwala, maganda yung tiwala sa atin, 'di ba? Kasi because since 1986, no, we've been getting the lowest debt to GDP ratio. Alam mo ba kung ilan? 'Di ba? We're just like 39 to 40%, no? 39 to 40. While US, other countries in Western countries, alam mo ba kung ilan yung kanilang debt to GDP o yung utang versus income nila is 100%, 80%,
Wow.
110%, 'di ba? So if we have that 39 to 40%, ang taas ng confidence sa atin
Hmm.
sa Pilipinas, no? Not na makakabayad tayo in the future of we will if we will be getting loans for our economy to recover. And with that, dahil mataas ang confidence natin, we will be able, our government will be able to get funds, no? Through this to get funds for us to recover and use it in our build programs, di ba? So, napaka-importante nitong mga build. Alam mo ba, yung mga build programs natin, versus, di ba? Yung
Yung
mga
mga
infrastructure.
infrastructures. Mm.
Yan, 'di ba? I think last year ang dami nating sinimulan. Like for example, the subway, 'di ba, in the north. Nagsimula nag-groundbreak na siya last year, I think. 'Di ba? So I hope that it will continue, 'di ba? Will create more jobs, no? So yung mga nawala ng trabaho ngayon, marami tayong maibibigay na trabaho sa ating sa Pilipino. So we call that fiscal policy, no, yung government spending, government intervention for our economy to recover, no, sila yung magbo-boost, no, ng ating, so yun, so simple na ba, Persus?
Oo,
wag niyo
simple
na
na.
masyadong intindihin yung mga terms, pero that's I hope the basic uh, explanation why our economy is in a good position or in a better position in this pandemic time to recover after this crisis, di ba? So maganda yung position natin. So let's move forward, no? Sabi ko
Mm.
10 minutes lang eh. Ayan. Ano ba ito? Let's move forward. Ano pa yung next natin? Ayan. So I think we'll just ah ito, I'd like to share this also, no? Para lang, because I wanted to really give good things about the country behind this, during this pandemic, no? Let us remember who we are as a country, no? Remember that we are the darling of the world. We are ranked top 3, di ba? We are on
Wow.
the third world top countries for investment in business, no? In 2019, in this uh, first is of course in Malaysia, second is Poland, and
Wala.
third is Philippines. So Malaysia is also in Asia. So napakaganda ng position natin na nandito tayo sa Pilipinas, and we should really be thankful that what we of this, no? So still, 'di ba, nasa best position tayo, and there will be a lot of opportunities for us, no? Mas lalong ngayon tayo kailangan ng mundo, our manpower, our talents, 'di ba? I'm sure many people will be hiring and going to us. So ayan.
Mm.
So ang next, I'll finish this, no? Kasi ayan, so another opportunity. So I'll go na versus opportunities na meron pa sa
Okey.
atin, 'di ba? Kasi that's the first question, no? What's the position? And then next, what are the opportunities, especially for the real estate, no? Eto, Japan set aside 243.5 billion yen to help firms shift production out of China. So, um, if Japan manufacturers firms move out of China and go back to Japan, they will have the government will help them. And if they go outside of Japan naman, like countries like us, Philippines, or other countries in the Southeast Asia, they will still get help. No, bottom line, may opportunity for our brokers, investors, property owners in the Philippines to look forward for these firms who will be going out, 'di ba, of China. Yan. So yun. So another opportunities is that ito yung one of the things na ginawa ng ating government monetary policy natin is that dinidecrease ng rates ang ating BSP. Anong implication nito sa atin as real estate investors, 'di ba? Magbaba ng rates, magiging mababa ang ating borrowing cost, no? So, wag tayong matakot to borrow if we will be using it to um,
Yes.
solid investment. 'di ba? And it that if you've done your studies to that it will have that it will be viable and will have good financial returns in the future. Siyempre, when you borrow, you just don't look at it in the next 1 year, 2 years. So you have to look at it in the long run, no? So not nga in 2 years, eh. It's just you have to look at the uh, investment at least minimum 5 years, no? If not, no, so forget about it. Ayan. So, yan. I think those are the opportunities. Ayan.
Ang dami.
Ang dami, no? So, I will discuss this in the future na kasi we're running out of time and I
Time.
don't want to keep naman so much, no? So, with that, no, daming nating natutunan first kay in our life coach, no, may real estate Maven life coach, di ba? That ano nga ulit yun? That we did not choose our family, God choose
God
them for
chose them
you.
for us.
Diba?
Mm.
Oo. So it is a divine appointment that we are in our family. Kaya naman we have to help one another. Diba? And secondly, to our real estate segment, Persus, um,
Yung guest
with
natin,
Dr. Sam.
Dr. Sam Lao.
Oo. So, we answer the question, what will I do to my real estate investment during this pandemic?
Tapos yung
Diba?
question ng mga viewers natin.
Mm-mm. So, Sir Sam said, hold on to your property if you don't need it, but you have to check your liquidity, no? And kung kaya nyo namang i-hold the property, then hold it. But you can also sell your property if you're going to invest it to another property that will give you an higher return, no? Another thing na meron ka pa bang gustong idagdag na learnings from him? He also said na um, ano pa nga ba yun regarding this? 'Di ba? Ang maganda sa ginawa ni Sir Sam is that um, when nung nag-profit siya sa kanyang property, 'di ba?
Invest niya rin sa
Ah,
property.
Invest na rin, 'di ba?
Oo.
So, and then another sinabi, 'di ba? Parang
Tapos
yun
don't fall
yun
in
yung in
love.
our
Don't fall in
don't fall
love.
in our economic
Opo.
term, 'di ba? In our economic term or financial term, yung pag-i-invest mo sa property ulit, so profit mo is flow back, no? You
Mm.
flow back the profit to your business, 'di ba? So yan, para lumago siya ng lumago, 'di ba?
Meron pang
So,
isa yung ano, stick to your objectives.
yan, stick to your
Yun.
objectives, no? Yun.
Kung
So yun,
bakit
that's our real estate
yes.
segment. So the last segment, our economic segment, di ba, we've shared na there are a lot of opportunities. Our country is positioned to recover uh, um, better, no, in the next few months, no,
V-shape.
in a V shape as per our uh, Secretary Kalchua, and we have a very strong monetary and fiscal
Policies.
policies, no, that will help us move forward. So yun nga yung mga binanggit ko kanina, 'di ba, that we have a very good credit standing. We have our debt to GDP ratio, because of our debt to GDP ratio is very low, and then we are anong pa nga ba yun? Um, that our growth rate in our GDP will bounce to 5 to 6% after this pandemic. So, and also the consumption, 'di ba? We have a very strong demand. 70% of our income is consumption. That's why we encourage people to buy, invest, and think locally.
Local.
'Di ba? So, yan. So, with that, I think we're good for today. And thank you so much for those who watch. And look forward for our next sessions we will have on, kailan tayo? Monday, May
May
18.
May 18. And para sa mga humabol at di nakapanood, di nasimulan, you can watch this episode at our YouTube channel.
Mm-mm.
Just search My Real Estate Maven and also in our Facebook page, My Real Estate Maven.
Subscribe to my channel, My Real Estate Mavens, because we'll be having free property inventory workshop. Now, one of the things that I think I mentioned this earlier, that that you can do during this pandemic is, this is now the time, diba, to ano
Inventory of properties.
inventory of properties, yung mga hindi mo alam, meron ka palang property sa dami na nabili mo over time, no? So, check kung ano yung mga pwedeng i-liquidate at hindi i-liquidate, di ba? So, we will have that workshop for our YouTube subscribers. So, we will announce it during this ECQ and GCQ, no? Gagawin natin yan. Ah, ah, and during this time also, we will do this more frequently. This is my share of um, uh, time with all of you, and this is my service actually to all of you during this pandemic. No? At least finally, I'm so happy and so blessed that we already launched this My Real Estate Maven. Thank you for Sus. No,
Thank
thank you
you.
for
And thank you din sa guest natin na hanggang ngayon nandito pa, si Ma'am Rosel and si Sir Trevor. Yan, shoutout
ah
sa kanila. Oo,
Yun, oo nga. So yun, if
oo.
you have more questions, ayan. So just email us or yun, sa ating Facebook Live. So yun, thank
Okey,
you so much. So I'd like to
thank
end
you.
this. Now, let's pray versus let's pray for our viewers. And uh, I mean, parang I just can't help it, but just wanna pray for everyone. Ayan, thank you for this wonderful time. For those who believe, no, let's just put ourselves in the loving presence of the Lord. The name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. And thank you, Lord. Thank you for this time. Thank you for Dr. Sam. Thank you for Versus. And thank you for this wonderful time na, of sending your message to us na during this pandemic, there's hope and light. No, there's hope and light in these challenges that we're having. We pray for those who are afflicted, Lord. Embrace them right now, Lord. And we know and we believe, Lord, that this is just temporary, and we will all recover and bounce back higher than ever before. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Jesus'
Thank
mighty name
you.
we pray. Amen. Thank you, Holy
Amen.
Spirit. Amen. And let's sign off versus with our tagline. Together
Together as a
as a
family,
family, we can
we
make
can
things
make things better.
happen.
Better ako, eh. Thank you, thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Mm, ayan. So, how do I end? Ayan, end na.